Hey guys, in this video, I will be explaining the Paladin Strait music video and sharing my theories. I also have a video on my channel where I explained and shared theories for the teaser video, so I won't be too repetitive, so if you haven't checked out that video, please go watch that one after this one. First off, I wanted to share my initial reaction to the music video. I realized that in the teaser video, we only really saw that one bishop that was seizing the vulture for a split second. But other than that, we didn't see any bishops in the teaser, which I think made it even scarier seeing them in the full music video because every time they popped up, it was brand new. I didn't know what to expect, which I think made it scarier because the other parts of the video were familiar and calming. It was banditos, they're the good guys, I've seen this before, and then it's like the parts that you didn't already see in the teaser were the parts with the bishops, and it just made it scary. I don't know if that makes sense. One thing to immediately point out is that in the teaser video, everything was desaturated like it is in Dima, lots of gray tones. In the full music video, everything is bright and colorful. The water and sky are a beautiful light blue, not gray. Everything is colorful and bright, which I think is really cool that for the teaser because it belonged to Dima org, like how we saw it in those warning messages. It makes sense that Dima would take that video and desaturize it when it was really meant to be colorful and bright. The first thing we see in the video that wasn't in the teaser is that the people walking up to Tyler were indeed 3 banditos, but I don't think they look like the actors that played the banditos in the Navigating music video. And the torchbearer is also walking alongside them. They bring Clancy a box, and when he opens the box, there's this cool pan of a shot of him opening the box in the bandito camp, which was a really cool transition, and we see that the box was full of things to help with the rebellion in Dima. One of the things being a map of Dima. Clancy's battle outfit is also inside the box, and of course it has red tape as a threat to the bishops, not yellow like the banditos. The bishops can't see yellow, but Clancy is wearing red because red represents Blurryface and bishops, and it's like Clancy is claiming that color for himself and changing its meaning. It's not bishop red, it's rebel red, like the lyric from Chlorine. I plan my escape from walls they confined. Rebel red carnation grows while I decay, I'm running for my life. That lyric fits the story of this music video really well. I don't know if this is significant in any way, but I wanted to point out that when Tyler sings the lyrics, water rips with rage, endless row of angry waves, it doesn't ever actually show any physical waves in the water, and it makes me think that it's trying to portray that these angry waves are metaphorical for Tyler's struggle with mental health, which is why we don't see any literal waves in the music video. The next thing we see is that it's not just that one bishop seizing the vultures to spy on the banditos. All the bishops are standing in a circle and seizing vultures to use them as spies. In the teaser, we just saw the electricity coming out of the window of the tower to bring the citizens of Dima back to life. But in the full video, we actually see all of the bishops in the tower using their electricity powers together to conduct their necromancy. It's important to note that there are currently 7 bishops at this point in the tower, which makes sense because we know that there were originally 9 bishops, but the bishops killed Keons, which leaves 8 bishops left over. And at the end of the music video, we see Nico come out of a door in the tower, so that explains why he isn't there at this point in the video. Also, there are of course neon lights inside the tower, as we know that this is where the bishops derive their powers from. We see the electricity travel all the way to the neon gravestones that encircle the city of Dima, and we see the dead citizens rise from their graves and actually take a piece of their neon gravestone to use as weapons to fight the banditos. This part was really cool because we saw their weapons in the teaser, but we didn't see that they actually took them from their own gravestones, which is kind of smart. Very dark, but smart. Also, they kept the shape of the neon gravestones to be an upside-down version of the 21 Palace logo, which is just more symbolism that Dima is evil. I mentioned this in my previous video, but I just want to quickly point out the fact that the citizens of Dima look more like zombies than they ever have previously in the lore. For example, in the 21 Pilots live stream experience, the hosts, Dan and Sally, in the beginning they had all this makeup on and they looked like normal people, and then as the show went on, their makeup was kind of melting off their faces and we could see that they were really dead people underneath the makeup. But in this video, they don't even try to hide the fact that these are dead people, which kind of makes sense because Clancy became realized, as he's explained in letters. He knows that Dima is bad. He's not falling for their tricks and not believing in vitalism. They know that Clancy and the banditos know who they are, and they don't have to pretend to try to trick them like they tricked the citizens of Dima. At 3 minutes and 10 seconds of the music video, when it shows a shot from the sky where you see the armies of both the deceased citizens of Dima and the banditos on the ground, it looks like the neon lights of the citizens of Dima are spelling out a word, but I don't know if it actually is spelling out a word or not because I can't distinguish what it says. So if you see any words there, please let me know in the comments what you think it's supposed to say, if anything at all. The YouTuber Dima made a really cool point in her video videos that Dima uses neon lights, which are artificial, in contrast to the banditos who use torches using natural light from fire. And this idea is stressed even more when we see the citizens and banditos fighting, one group using artificial light, the other one using natural light. And that was definitely intentional, the same way that Dima tricks the citizens into believing in this fake or artificial religion that teaches them to end their lives. They also use fake or artificial light by using neon lights, whereas the banditos use natural light with torches. It's such a cool concept, so thank you, Dima, for pointing that out in your videos. Also, in my video about the teaser video, I mentioned that the banditos didn't have any weapons. They only had torches, so I thought maybe they were just going to run through the citizens of Dima and take a peaceful approach. Not fight them, just run through and set Dima on fire using the torches. But I was wrong. They're actually fighting with the torches, which I think is kind of funny. I wonder if the natural light, the fire, hurts them in some way. Like how you can use garlic to defend yourself from a vampire, that kind of idea, but you use torches to defend yourself from Dima zombies. I mean, unless the banditos are just straight up burning the citizens with the torches, but they don't want to show that because they don't want the video to be too violent, I don't know. Tyler uses the battle as a distraction to be able to sneak into Dima through some underground sewers. It looks like he walks into a cave to get to the sewers, and right outside the entrance to the cave are yellow flowers, and I think that was definitely intentional. It kind of brings us back to the jumpsuit and the Nico and the Niner music videos, where Tyler or Clancy would get to the trench and get a flower from the trench, but then be returned back to Dima. And he had this box or this drawer where he collected all the flowers of all the times he escaped Dima, but then he just came back with just the flower to count all the times he failed to escape. So I feel like those flowers are there to kind of remind us that Clancy has tried to escape multiple times. Maybe he's never waged an all-out war on Dima until this moment in time, but I feel like the flowers are definitely there to kind of remind us of that idea that Clancy has tried multiple times to escape Dima and he's never been successful yet. It's interesting that the song in the music video is a lot shorter because they cut out most of the bird noises that were in the original audio of the song on the album. The birds only chirp for a few seconds before Clancy starts singing about the banditos and looking for Nico. I'm not sure if they took out the bird noises because it didn't make sense to have those tranquil bird noises for so long in the music video for the storyline to make sense, but it also makes you wonder why it's in the original audio if it wasn't planned to be part of something in the music video. Unless it was just a way to get regular people to skip the song before the creepy Nico part at the end and for the click to wait around to listen to it, I don't know, but knowing Tyler, it's probably something way more important than that. So if you guys have any theories on that, please share them in the comments because I honestly don't know what to think about it yet. Then we get to the really good part of the music video. When Tyler gets into the tower, he moves Ned's antlers and somehow makes all of the bishops start falling over, and then even the banditos look confused as the citizens they were just fighting just all fall to the ground, and there's like this aura of energy that we can see surrounding everyone as an effect of Clancy using Ned's antlers to fight. It's cool because we've only seen Clancy seize other vessels like the way the bishops do, but maybe this is a special power only Clancy has, the same way that the bishops have the power to use electricity, but we've never seen Clancy use that power. So maybe this is Clancy's version of a power that only he has in this universe. It's also cool that when Tyler sings "show yourself," he's actually mouthing those words in the video, so it seems like he's actually yelling to Nico to show himself because Nico is not in that room in the tower currently. Then the part we've all been impatiently awaiting, when Clancy gets cut off by a door opening and Nico speaks to him. I mean, I did not imagine it this way. I know that as soon as the door opens, Nico starts talking, but I was not expecting him to freaking float over to Tyler and grab his throat. That was so terrifying. It's very reminiscent of when Nico rode his horse over when Tyler or Clancy were in the trench in the jumpsuit music video, and then Nico smeared him by putting his fingers on his neck. Clancy drops Ned's antlers and closes his eyes. This could either be that he's surrendering to Nico, he's lost. He can defeat the bishops, he can defeat all the deceased citizens of Dima, but he cannot defeat Nico. Or it looks like he might be thinking of something, or like willing himself to do something, maybe to stand up to Nico. I don't want to think that this is the end. I mean, we know that Clancy the final chapter is not here yet. There are more songs coming, at least I believe so. I know some people don't think so, but if we're getting more songs, I think that we have to get a continuation of this video. There's no way Tyler would just leave it there, because it's not like Nico explicitly kills Clancy or something. It just kind of ends there. Clancy's still alive. He opens his eyes right at the end of the video, so he's still alive. So this is not the end of the story. He's not dead, so it's not the end. And I can't tell if that look that Clancy's giving Nico is a look of resignation or a look of this isn't over yet, or I have something still up my sleeve. I don't know. I feel like Tyler did it on purpose. He made a face so that we couldn't tell exactly what he was feeling in that moment. I feel like we're definitely going to get more music videos, at least one more, but maybe multiple more, that continue this story, because there's no way this is the end. Tyler said Clancy is going to be the last album that has to do with the lore, and there's no way they would end the lore like that. At least I don't think so. I'm sad because I was waiting for this video for so long and now it left off on a cliffhanger. How long are we gonna have to wait? I'm not okay. If I missed anything, if you guys have theories, please share them in the comments. I love reading your guys' comments, responding to them. You guys have great theories. I love having a space where we can all talk about the video and process it. I make other 21 Pilots videos like this one. It would mean a lot to me if you check those out too and subscribe. Thanks for watching.